Famous for peg, pagdi or parande, tassel tag for braiding hair and jyoti footwear, joyous buoyance, royal demeanor, senses and graceful feminine gait, and aristocracy. Patiala presents a beautiful bouquet of lifestyle even to a casual visitor to the city. A brilliant spectrum of Rajput, Mughal, and Punjabi cultures, a fine blend of modernity and tradition, and a judicious synthesis of all that is beautiful in form and bold in spirit conjure up a vision called Patiala. Patiala, an erstwhile princely state capital of Pepso and the district headquarters of Punjab, is situated in the Malwa region of Punjab. Malwa has the largest number of districts in the reorganized Punjab, and antiquity of some of the cities goes back to the ancient and early medieval period. Patiala is relatively a young city, a few years more than 2 centuries old. In the 18th century, the political vacuum created by the downfall of the Mughals filled up by the Sikh Misaldars in Punjab by thwarting the designs of both the Marathas and the Afghans. One among these independent principalities of the Sikhs was that established by Baba Allah Singh at Patiala. The early history of the founders of Patiala state is more of a myth, mystery than reality. The rulers of the erstwhile states of Patiala, Naba, and Jind trace their ancestry to one Chaudhry Phul. Apparently, the appellation of dynasty Phulkian is derived from their common founder. One of his sons, Chaudhry Ram Singh, was baptized by Guru Gobind Singh. Come, let's hear the story of Patiala and what happened after Ranjit Singh's capture in Punjab. Press the bell icon on YouTube and never miss another update. After a few years of ceaseless struggle with the Mughals, Afghans and Marathas, the border of the Patiala state witnessed the trailing blaze of Ranjit Singh in the north and that of the British in the east. Bestowed with the gift and instinct of survival and of making right choice at the right time, the Raja of Patiala entered into a treaty with the British against Ranjit Singh in 1808, thus becoming collaborator in the great grand empire building process by the British in the subcontinent of India. It was this treaty which brought the rulers of Patiala respect and dignity by the British. It was Maharaja Bhupender Singh 1900 to 1930 who gave the Patiala state a prominent place on the political map of India and in the field of international sports. Most of the buildings with splendid architectural designs were constructed during his reign. But how was Patiala first formed, I hear you say? A man with vision and courage, Allah Singh carved out an independent principality from a petty zamindari of 30 villages. Under his successors, it expanded into a big state, touching the Shivaliks in north, Rajasthan in the south, and upper courses of the Jamuna and the Satluj. While confronting the most trying and challenging circumstances in the middle 18th century, Baba Allah Singh, unlike many of his contemporaries, displayed tremendous courage and shrewdness in dealing with the Mughals, Afghans and Marathas, and successfully established and maintained a state which he had started building up bit by bit from its nucleus in Barnala. In 1763, Baba Allah Singh laid the foundation of the Patiala fort known as Qila Mubarak, around which the present city of Patiala is built. Maharaja Bhupender Singh's son Yadavendra Singh was among those Indian princes who readily came forward to sign the instrument of accession, thus facilitating the process of national integration. In recognition of his services, he was appointed by the Raj Pramukh of the newly established state of Pepsu. What is Pepsu or PEPSU? The Patiala and East Punjab States Union. Pepsu was a state of India, uniting 8 princely states between 1948 and 1956. The capital and principal state was Patiala, praising his role of the Maharaja in fighting against the intrigues and the maneuvers of the unfriendly and hostile princes of India. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the then Deputy Prime Minister and in charge of Home Affairs Ministry, remarked, "I must mention the notable contribution which His Highness the Maharaja of Patiala has made to the unity and integrity of India. He took the cause of the country at a time when there were few friends against a princely order and when serious attempts were being made to balkanize India. It was his patriotic lead that contributed in a large measure to a change in the attitude of the princes to the problem of accession to the Indian dominion. Though historians have tried to trace the origin of Patiala as far as the name is concerned to Rigvedic literature, yet the town as it stands today was founded by Allah Singh with the construction of the Qila Mubarak in the year 1763. One gets the impression as if the state was designed and developed according to a plan akin to that of temple architecture. In the heart of the city was the seat of the king, similar to the house of the deity, and the residential areas of communities developed almost status-wise. Close to Qila Mubarak were the mohallas of the Khatris, Aroras, Banyas, along with the big havelis of the nobility. The first settlers of Patiala were the Hindus of Sirhind, who opened their business establishments outside the Dashini Gate. The lower caste got settled on the peripheral areas of the Patiala city, now known as Chur Majris. As in all the medieval towns, there were separate localities of dancing girls. Dharmapura Bazaar was one such in the Patiala region, which was frequented by the ruling elite. In the late 19th century, the ruling class, having been granted huge jagas, became rich and started constructing huge mansions with sprawling lawns. Some of the buildings, though shabbily maintained, stand as mute evidence of the feudal glory. Maharaja Narendra Singh, 1845 to 1862, fortified the city of Patiala by constructing ramparts and 10 gates around the city. Some of these gates have been demolished to facilitate the flow of traffic inside the walls. Besides the residents, there are mandis and bazaars, and a visitor with a meager amount in his pocket can still indulge in the luxury of purchasing traditional goods famous for their art and beauty, such as embroidered jyoti and fulkari.
जिंद माही जे चलियो जिंद माही जे चलियो पटियाले ओ तोलियां भी वे ਵੀ ਰੇਸ਼ਮੀ ਨਾਲੇ ਅਤੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏ ਅਤੇ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਅਤੇ ਕਾਲੇ ਇੱਕ ਪਲ ਬਹਿ ਜਾਣਾ ਇੱਕ ਪਲ ਬਹਿ ਜਾਣਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਮਿੱਠੜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏ ਉਹ ਤੇਰੇ ਮਿੱਠੜੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਬੋ बाज तेरे जिद माही बाज तेरे कुमलाइयां तेरियां लाडलियां पर जाइयां बाकी मिलन कदे ना आइयां एक पल बह जाना मेरे कोल वे तेरे मिठड़े नहीं होए ओ तेरे मिठड़े नहीं लगदे बो जिंद माही अंबियां नू पै गया बूर जिंद माही अंबियां नू पै गया बूर जट्टियां दे मुखड़े दे होए जट्टियां दे मुखड़े ते भरदा नूर जिन्नू वेख के चढ़े सुरूर एक पल बह जाना मेरे कोल वे तेरे मिठड़े नहीं होए ओ तेरे मिठड़े नहीं लगदे बो
If you haven't pressed the bell icon, press it now, and we would love to know your feedback in the comment section below. Till then, love.